I've worked on a lot of different music projects, but there's nothing as good as this place in Liverpool in terms of who can access it for free.
Yeah.
We've got everything in it. There's nothing. There's nothing else you could want.
Can you access it for free?
That's what we do.
Can you?
That's what we're doing now.
I know, but this is a course. What about doing other stuff?
There are other ways. Just speak to Lou. There's all sorts of other ways of getting. If you've got a project that you want to do, there's all sorts of ways of getting into the building to do it.
We should try and get the colour version because they were watching the colour one.
Well, as long as we just start our sound script from when theirs start, it should all sync up together. And because there's no actual close-ups of any kind of mouths moving, if it's a bit out, we're going to play with it. We want to mix those together, and just like anything, we can cut them, paste them, we could cut out that bit of the first line, copy it later, just run them all together, do whatever we want.
All at once.
Let's just roll it all from the start.
And just fade some out and fade some in. And
this is going to be completely mental.
So 1, 2, 3, and go.
Oh, doctor, I don't see you, just got to help me. What's the matter? My name is Mr. I took to the room 1902. What's wrong with me?
What's wrong with me? Alright, so that's the first 30 seconds of track 1.
I think that would be good, like, if we took, like, welcome to the Gandalf lookalike competition and then did that afterwards.
I'm not sure if My Name is Mr. Moon 1902 works as well.
Okay, what am I using out of this first track?
I think the best bit is the Doctor, you've got to help me, and then cut off so he doesn't hear the same voice saying what's the matter as the doctor. You don't hear.
So right from there, we'll come in there, I'll cut off me getting in the way. So, what else are you using out of that?
Ship to the moon 1902. And that's your problem? No, that's the least of it. My problem is this bloody recurring thing that I keep having.
So, someone else saying what's your problem, and then my problem is this bloody recurring dream.
We can't record anything else though now.
No.
This is like after the shoot, this is post-production.
Right.
Films are made in the edit. This is what we've got.
I like the Gandalf bit, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's
I know what you're saying, I know what you're saying there.
The Gandalf bits and
it's not meant to make perfect sense though, is it?
Because we've got loads of other stuff to throw in there as well, like making a collage of the script, don't we?
This way!
Explosion coming up.
Take it back to the earth.
You can see it seems strange, but it's probably right what we just did there. If we did loads more, we'd just be hamming it up. And once you've got music and once you've got dialogue, that would be it. It just seems a bit strange and spacious right now. If we try one more, see if we know what we're doing with that, and then maybe we can convene with the others and see what they've come up with.
Now, how much of that are we using, do we think? Any, all, or none?
All of it, I think.
All that?
Oh, every time I walk into a room, all the birds leave. I mean, what's that about? All they did was offer to show them we won, and then they just pissed off. What's wrong with me?
just to cut all that and just have the what's wrong with me.
A different end point from a bit earlier on, or a bit later on? What are we thinking?
Yeah, it's a good point. Where do you put that? I don't know where you put that. What's wrong with me? That's probably the best comment on there.
Hello and welcome to the Gandalf lookalike competition 1902.
Here we can see the contestants are coming into the room, and we have our judges, and we have the Proudmasters are coming in and giving the contestants some telescope, and they're telling them they have to turn the telescope into something. That's the first challenge this year. And now here comes Mr. Gandalf lookalike 1909, the winner from last year, and he's taking his place on the podium, and he's telling them, and they've turned the telescopes into chairs.
Yeah, right, clock.
Can I ask, is there a name for what you're doing? Foleying.
It's all the ambient sounds.
And it's little widgets. I like it.
I think the dial needs to be on its own. I think.
Yeah, well, we need to take out the doctor saying what's the matter, because we don't hear the doctor.
I get
I don't
it.
think we do.
So that they fall in and so that they kind of fit together, they dovetail together a bit better.
I think the doctor
Because
does needs to
it's
turn down.
Needs to be fun.
It's kind of a little bit overpowering.
I'll make it a bit quieter now, but bring back in the no, no, no.
A trip to the moon.
Oh, doctor, you just got to help me.
Hello everyone.
Yeah, there'll be maybe the writers there, definitely the director, but there'll be someone who's actually paid just to work the gear, and then you come in and you tell them what you're doing. So I'm in the chair where you go, right, what, Mr. Scorsese, do you want me to do here? And then you tell me what. When it gets close to, I've got to give this in, the editor might go, just let me finish compiling this then, and then we'll get it out. So we've got 6 minutes left, so I'm just going to quickly take what we've got, and then we'll throw out a version. Give us a couple of minutes.
Okay.
We could roll it from the start, and I could play you what we've got, and then
we'll do that, yeah.
we'll leave it rolling, and then you can play into yours if you want.
A trip to the moon.
Oh, doctor, you just got to help me.
Ta-da! Hello everyone.
Needs to be mindful of this bloody recurring thing. I keep having when I'm in a room full of contestants, and there are contestants with the Gandalf lookalike competition 1902.
Hello and welcome to the Gandalf lookalike competition 1902. Here we can see the contestants are coming into the room, and we have our judges, and we have the Proudmasters are coming in and giving the contestants some telescopes. And they're telling them they have to turn the telescope into something. It's the first challenge this year. And now here comes the
We'll do is build a rocket, so we'll fly up there. Indeed, we will, yes. It might sound crazy, but it will work. I have the plans. We will take off from here, and we will land on the moon. It's quite simple, really. Any questions? No? Good. And that will be the rocket, and we will just go sail on up easily. Okay, everybody? You got that? We're going to the moon. Yes, we are. We will get there. Yes, straight up to the moon, yes. Okay, everyone. Now, let's get back to our work. We will build this rocket. Everybody take these uniforms off and put on our work clothes.
sending
And we'll get
copies of,
building.
well, that's just typical of this. This is what I'm on about, this kind of dream. It just pisses me off. I know you're going to say it's all tied in with my fear of middle-aged leaders.
Well, we've got our sex caps on, good, because we don't want to spread any germs out away, do we? And has everyone got their own antimacassars? Because we do still like to promote a sense of modesty. Yes, we have. And there's the audience, they're the doggers who are going to be judging us. So let's go to the, this is the perambulator that we're going to be injecting to the moon. So please come onto the roof, and as we go, luckily this is where the end of the section comes, so we're going to have to stop it there. But please do catch up next week to see what.
When we're talking about this event, that's quite a strange experience. So doing live sound effects, and it's quite exciting.
I think we should put something like that in.
Yeah, that would be really
maybe if we filmed something.
Yeah.
And then did the Foley on top of that, so it was our visuals and live sound to come from here.
Yeah. That'd be ace. And then you could also build up the music on top of it. Yeah. Yeah, like a
Basically
silent
make our
film.
own silent
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that way we could have, like, most theatres and stuff have, like, the orchestra pit, don't they? So we could have the people down there, but also have, like, atmospheric kind of from different directions the sound's coming from. So if the people, like, the audience is sat in the middle, instead of just having the sound coming from there, unless we've got it coming out of all the speakers, we can have, like, people in different places around the room.
Maybe the audience.
Lovely. The audience is mingling in it, yeah.
Because then that's when we were talking at the beginning, that already, if this is part or all of the event, something like that idea, that's not something that you generally go and consume, is it? You know what I mean? If I go to the cinema, I know what I'm getting. I know no one's going to be actually there with a real explosion. There's just some speakers. You know, if I go to a gig, I pretty much know what I'm getting. But with that, from the moment one, people are going, this is new, and then you can take people anywhere.
And that way, like, people can see what everyone's doing as well, kind of. Even if the lights are down, you can still see people moving around and doing something.
You could just kind of sync it so you have some sound in the thing, so if it's people talking, it's a lot easier to sync, have real people talking in the film.
Key things at the right times, kind
Because
of.
it's hard to get the timing right.
Now, we were discussing that with the rocket that hit the moon. Because of the way it's filmed and animated, there seems to be frames missing, so it just goes.
Yeah,
You don't see it come in.
It's there, and then
it's just not, and then it's. So things like that, maybe those kind of bands where it's really dependent. Because like you had your work cut out for me, because it happened, and you've got to go right now.
Yeah, like
it's like one of those gopher machines, but you know, a really fast one or something. So.
I think having it a bit spread around, so like sounds coming from different. Because that's about the stereo experience.
Well, that kind of has the potential to do something really kind of eerie as well, doesn't it?
So maybe if we're making the film, these are things that can be
places.
considered, because if you're controlling the making of the film as well, maybe that's something that's enabling. So if there's a sound that comes from over there, maybe the visual has something over there.
Yeah.
If we have a story that everything can check into, you can then mess with the format of it any way that you want. Once we have a story, because it is then going to be a story to tell of some description.
Yeah. Keep it simple, because you can go to town with details. Sometimes the simpler directors to write, but combining those things is a good idea. Love all that.
I think the idea you were saying that this year the Eyes on Me, it was saying Eyes on Me, where it's got it's a stage play, but it's got like visuals put in it, like it's like TV reports and stuff.
And I think what we've seen today is that, you know, you've spent a few hours getting this tiny little bit, and that's the same very good experience in filmmaking, anything like that, or music production, or like I think writing, anything really. It's about engaging for a long period of time. So the more simple and let's be ambitious, but let's be realistic about it as well, because you could have an audience wowed with 3 minutes of all that. It doesn't have to be 2 hours long. You know, it's about quality and simplicity.
Yeah, so just keep your eyes peeled. That sounds like an interesting thing. If anyone sees anything, do it on YouTube. Think about what we've been doing. Look for things that might inspire you. The simpler and more you can go, oh, we can do that. It takes a pole with a stick and a sheet. That's the way forward.
So out of today, did you capture some sound?
You've got 3 versions of that. We've got rehearsal versions, and we've got what we've just done now, which was the silent one. So that's what we use.
So could we put those 2 clips on our blog?
Yes, we can do in seconds, can't you?
Marvellous. And what we will do is we'll capture a very short moment. That's why I'm saying, you know, how long this took. So we've got to do everybody's. We've got 2 cameras, so but we might only be able to do one with the green screen that we've got. So, you know, we can practice, and then we can go to a practice camera and a real camera. And what would be good is if you have your little bit prepared, so that you can say it to camera with your green screen behind you. That's going to then have your backdrop on. So if it's that you're feeling like you're going to be in a band and you're going to tour the world, then we'll have that behind you and you can say that. So it's about practicing speaking on camera for one. It's about sharing feelings with others. That's a part of it. And recording it and looking back at it. So it's getting a chance to look at where you are currently with how you're feeling, but also creating a piece of film that's purely yours, and then looking back at it and going, oh, actually I might have done this differently, or what if I'd have done that. So it's a purely a personal little piece. But still, as we know, it takes time. And obviously what we want you to do is then be someone working the camera, They're only little cameras, really easy to use, but good quality. And you know, the setting up of it all as well. And it might be that you go, well, actually, mine needs some music behind it. So you might want to bring in a track, or you might want to look at, can I just record a bit on guitar, or I need a bit of drumming or something. So we'll think about how we package those little personal movies together. But as I say, really